Leadership can be taught to some extent, but it can only be taught to those who want to learn.
A colleague here from Japan, and I know that every time I go to Japan something blows me away. A sort of different way of looking at the world.
In contrast to management implies that the person doing the leading actually sets a direction. If I lead you into the next room, I'm not managing you. I might be managing you if I turn you around and put your jackets on and all that kind of stuff and mother you for a bit. That might be management. If I'm leading you, it means that I'm setting the direction.
Structural leaders, they're into analysis, they're into data, to facts, and to logic. So, if you're a leader and you're going to use this framework, you design a system, whatever that system is.
What you're taught, what you believe, and belief is always action, right? If you don't really believe something, you won't take any action on it.
Well, I think there are three aims. The first aim is the development of internationalism. So we encourage students to attend the conference from a range of different countries around the world, and we hope that they will work collaboratively in terms of solving a global problem, and in that process break down barriers and explode prejudices and develop a real understanding of each other's culture. And that happens organically. But we also, at times, structure activities to try and expedite that understanding. So it's the process of working together collaboratively, I think, that develops some ongoing ties and friendships. So it's working together, but also the social time that they spend together, going on excursions, eating together, and so on, all against the backdrop of Hong Kong, which is a financial and cosmopolitan city. I think the second aim would be the development and understanding of leadership itself, youth leadership. So I'm talking there not only about leadership theory, but also leadership skills. So for example, we have instructional sessions where they learn about the ethical dimensions of leadership, public speaking skills, thinking skills, and the list goes on. Decision-making perspective, for example. We also invite a series of guest speakers and keynote addresses from a whole range of people from different vocational backgrounds, depending on what theme we pick. And thirdly, I would hope that the students develop a sense of student voice, really. We hope that through our mentorial system that the students can contribute, that their thoughts, their feedback and their views on what the curriculum should be, both curriculum and extracurricular as well, and we actually implement many of these ideas, and I think that's a fairly unique part of our conference.
Hey, good afternoon. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our presentation. We represent JW Marriott. Environmentally friendly light bulbs are used, reducing room wattage from 750 to 220 watts. Electricity is also taken from renewable resources. Technology and software are being used to evaluate environmental performance, and Hilton has initiated a 15,000-strong task force to tackle environmental issues alone.
Who here has stayed at JW Marriott? Was it awesome? Yeah? Like seriously awesome? Yeah. Alright.
Hi, we're going to go to the second part of our action plan, which is improving water access for one country. This country that we have chosen is Mexico. Cancun is a major city in Mexico, a developing middle-income country, and because of the tourism industry in that place, 90% of water resources are actually given to the tourism industry instead of the locals. The locals are exploited, they do not get good water sanitation. As you can see, they don't have purified water and everything.
You know how you talked about seawater flushing? Are you talking about the worldwide seawater flushing or just in Hong Kong?
Decided that the Hong Kong hotel would be where we first implement all our programs as a practice run, and then we see how well it works, and if that works well, we're going to implement it worldwide.
First and foremost, I would hope that the students gain a sense of understanding of global issues and the ability to work in small groups collaboratively to perhaps come up with possible solutions. But it's more the process of working in those groups with students from disparate cultures and backgrounds, which I think is important rather than the product that they create and produce towards the end of the conference.
I would hope that they would get a combination of learning how the leadership information they've been presented to from all the speakers, they can practically apply to the environmental leadership issue, and also how they can take not only the environmental message but leadership generally, and how that will transform them into being a personal leadership message themselves or a messenger, and then how they, armed with that message, they will go forth from here and have sustainable impact.
The main thing is that they understand that it's that climate variability is normal, therefore rainfall is normal, and that human beings living in a place will always experience times of change. Therefore, what kinds of different ways of looking at the world could there be to solve that problem?
Well, the theme changes each year. So, for example, the year before, our theme was the reduction of carbon emission. Last year, well, actually this year is water scarcity, and next year we're looking at the theme of creativity. So we're looking at the links then between creativity and leadership. So the themes change each year, and they're usually themes that are either global issues, hot, current global issues, or aspects of leadership that we would like students to explore. I think in the years gone by we've also done a conference on the theme of vocations and careers and how that links to leadership. So I guess a lot of the feedback that we get from students filters into our decisions in terms of what we do regarding the theme. And in terms of the program too, the mentors and delegates, we're consistently looking for advice and feedback from them as to what works, what they would like to see happen. So to that extent it's quite unique in that we're really listening to what the students are telling us about what they want to do in terms of the conference next year.
Well, I think the conference was excellent. I think that students apply the skills and knowledge that they have in their schools every day, but I think that coming to a conference like this and mixing with different peers from around Asia and around the world really gives them an opportunity to shine and to learn a little bit more about themselves and to find out how they match up with their peers around the world. But again, as I said in the speech, the most impressive thing for me is the supportive atmosphere and the congenial atmosphere so that students can grow and learn, but also feel supported as they go through that journey.
I thought the conference was absolutely wonderful, and I really learned a lot. A lot about leadership, different leadership models, a lot about making decisions as a leader, but also as a team person, you know, cooperating with others, such as during the project, and it was an absolutely wonderful experience.